Hey guys, happy Friday. So, I just wanted to come and talk about a project that I'm working on. For months now, or a while now, I've been posting things that I feel passionate about. But the project that I'm working on right now, in collaboration with my girl Carla Williams, who is the founder and creator, owner of three companies, Reactivate Myself, Cancer X-Rated, and Coco's World, which is a series of children's books. I hope I didn't mess up any of them, Carla, but yeah. So what I wanted to talk about is these wellness talks. We have a lot of wellness talks, and we have really good in-depth talks. We're both, things we have in common, we're both Black women, we're both mothers, we both have experienced a lot of transition in our years, and we really would like to give back and just share some of the stuff that we're curious about and what we think it all means to our communities and people that are like-minded. One of the first conversations I think we're going to delve into, which we did do an episode, and it's just going to be a casual talk, is about homeostasis, which is a technical term for how the body regulates itself with regards to just being hot or cold or up and down the place. And the reason why I chose that is, it sounds a little technical, but I just feel like, just like the weather, we're a little all over the place, a lot of us, especially since pandemic, that you've seen the world, there's been no consistency. And whether it's a marketing book, for those of you who are familiar, or it is a health book, there is a concept, a psychological concept of the theory of motivation or human needs by a psychologist called, I believe his name was Abraham Maslow. And he has the 5 motivating needs that humans need. And it starts at the bottom level of needs, which I'm gonna teach a little bit today in this talk, so that you guys can kind of understand where we're going with our talks. Psychological needs, safety needs, social needs, esteem needs, and self-actualization. And I think we forget how important these are, or so many of us aren't even aware that we are built like this. I can see it every day in my life. Because sometimes even in a relationship, you might be here and your partner's there. In friendships, a lot of times people don't understand that, like, you just have a burning desire. Like, some of us are, but a lot of times, like, you know, if these basic needs, and a lot right now in this current time, a lot of people's basic needs, this is why you see so much mental health outside, things happening, because their basic needs are not being met. Psychological needs, and just that the level of consistencies with what our government say, consistencies with our individual routines, consistency with how our bills are going to pay, our financial needs, like just that homeostasis. We can't balance that. We can't balance that in our minds, and our minds is what we need. So on a psychological level, I think that that's something we're going to talk about. It's one of the things we'll come back to talk about. And I think each one of the topics that we do talk about will somewhat filter into these human needs. Why? Because we are here for health and wellness of our community. I do hair, and hair and your image is very important. I'm a girl mom, so don't watch my face or my hair right now. But really and truly, the concept of feeling good in your skin. I do this on purpose a lot of times. Why? Because this is Anne. And Anne has to love Anne. And I find that too, that like I've met women that never take off their makeup. Their husband has never seen them with a fresh face. Is that crazy? That is crazy to me in my life. Has never seen the hair, never seen what their own hair looks like. I've had some challenges that I will talk about on a different platform. Maybe we'll bring it up. I've had some challenges that I've talked about, and like there's so many things that I want to talk about. But I mean, from this basic this Maslow's hierarchy of needs, these 5 needs, you'll understand. I saw a little thing in Maslow's hierarchy of needs that described it to me perfectly, and I felt like it goes like this. I'll share it. So the first need is psychological needs. I need rest, I need food, I need quiet. My body needs these things before I can do anything else. You know, so are we in tune with ourselves? Are you getting adequate sleep? You know, like is your mind really rested? Then this is why we meditate in the morning. This is why we commune with God. This is why we pray, so that we can have peace. Many people are going outside without peace. You know, do I have quiet time? You know, if you know, like, do I have a comfortable place to stay? Do I have food in my fridge? Am I able to meet these needs? Right? Because you can't get to a safety need, which is the next level, you know, if those needs aren't met. If you don't have a job, because safety need is a part, it's financial. So if you don't have a job, how are you gonna be okay in your body? Because you can't eat. You may not be able to have a place to sleep because you can't pay rent, and everyone's complaining about a place to rent. And those are basic needs. Homelessness should not be a thing in Canada when there's so many empty condos that we can't afford to buy. It should not be a thing. These are the type of conversations I'm gonna have, just like that. It should not be a thing. Because it affects the mental. It creates more mental health, right? Self-actualization, that's the top need. You know, do I feel fulfilled? These bottom needs are met. I can never even think about goal setting. I can't think about entrepreneurship, which is an self-actualizing thing, you know? Your social needs. A lot of people, social needs, they don't have friends. They don't have a good family, right? So these things up and down, you know what I mean? Like people are picky with their friends. If you don't have a place to stay and you don't got no job, people don't want to be your friend. Like, this is just human nature. I know, I'm laughing, but it's a fact, right? See how people treat you if you are in transition, if you lose your job or you don't have a certain type of a job. This is the things that we're going to talk about. Your self-esteem. How can you have self-esteem if your basic needs aren't met? You know, you don't have a good family, right? And if you don't have a good family, you know, you're not going to feel that you matter. Will you have confidence? Will you feel confident enough if you don't have a team of support system, which is social needs now? If you don't have a support system that's going to aid you in accessing self-esteem, people that believe in you, that you will be able to say, you know, I think good about myself, you know, because the people around me think good about me. So then maybe I can help my community, you know? So these are all tied in. And I think a lot of the things that me and Carla talk about, our next episode is about goal setting for your children. That's number 2. We're going to talk about a bunch of stuff. So just stay tuned. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be candid. No makeup for me, maybe, because honestly, like, I am just who I am. Yeah, and I got two girls. They're in my stuff, man. I have two girls. I was more like into stuff when my son, because he wasn't into my stuff. But these girls, but yeah, it's just gonna be just like this. Just like Anne. And Anne is just out here trying to be amazing out here. So stick with me, bear with us, and it should be fun. All right. Have an amazing Friday. Bye.